Savage presents to you VSOB Savage Sports VSOB Season 2 Savage Mode The Velvet Room In Love with Kimberly Michael The woman's perspective The crown tough And new to the team, unapologetic manhood on Savage Entertainment. Like and subscribe.
What's going on? What's good, people? Welcome to In Love with Kimberly Michael. I am her. She is me. And I am a girl, just for the record. So there's that. And tonight, my guest is my producer. How dope is that? Jay Savage in the house. Me and him have had many conversations, but we're going to have one tonight. So if you're already here and if you're coming and you're listening to a pre-recorded version, I need you to subscribe immediately, like immediately, comment later, and then share the shit out of the show right now. And every time you get the opportunity, share the show, which is what I'm doing right now. So there's that. So me and Jay are having a conversation tonight about... Well, we started to have a conversation a couple weeks ago, right? Mm-hmm. Before the show. And we got all deep off into it. And then we were like, we got to go. I was already late for the show. But I was telling him I had just come from the bar. And I was telling him, I was having a conversation with him about a conversation that I had with a bunch of my, I'll just call them drinking partners, because that's really what they are. We all go there. We're all there most of the time. So yeah. I drink with them. I drink with a bunch of guys. So about the conversation we were having, and Jay was like, yeah, nope. I was like, yeah. And Jay was like, oh, hell no, absolutely not going for it at all. So we came up with that he says he doesn't need any validation. So via the title of the show, I say I'm doing it, for evolution purposes. I'm doing it for a multitude of things, which we're going to talk about. Definitely going to talk about. So let me minimize my screen. I don't like it big because I can't see the chat, and Jay screams at me in private chat, just so you guys know. Silky, K Boogie, Sheena, Blazer. Did I miss somebody? Sheena, Silky, K Boogie, Blazer. No, I did not. What's going on, y'all? What's going on? Welcome to the show. Thanks for showing up. Y'all know the routine. I already said what to do, but again, subscribe, like, share. And even if you've already subscribed, you still have to like and share the show. Okay, you guys, share the shit out of it. That's what I always say. And I need to share to a shit ton of people. But anyway, so I'm gonna say what happened. I'm gonna say the conversation I had with Jay. So I was talking to Jay, and I was telling him I was in the bar having a couple drinks. And we were talking about different things. And somebody made a comment like, I don't know that he said all women, but he said most women. And I was like, look, it's not. Now, in my mindset, I am defending all the other women. I'm not defending myself. I'm defending all the other women that was not included in the all or some, right? And I'm saying not all women are whatever it was, right? My closest drinking partner, which I'm going to send him a text right now, Bruce, was like, stop right there. Don't say another fucking word. You are not allowed to defend and I was like, but I'm defending this one. He goes, no, because this is how men take it. Men take it that you look like it's you that is it. Hi, Tino. That men take it that it's you defending yourself, which then immediately makes you look guilty. He was like, I don't want you to ever, 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 ever in your life defend yourself, because the people who know you know what kind of woman you are, and you don't have to defend that. And I was like, well, I mean, really, I wasn't. Everybody that knows me knows I'm a fighter for other things other than myself. I fight for shit all the time that doesn't have to do with, that's not. It's not for me per se. So I was like, yeah. So anyway, that led to a conversation, and we started talking about how guys in the bar, mind you, these are different level of people. Some people I've known for several years in the bar. Some people are patrons. Some people are drunk. Some people are entrepreneurs. Some people are literally multimillionaires. The owner of the bar was there as well. So there is a multitude of men in there. Of different caliber of men, I should say it that way, right? So it's not just coming from one person. They all know me a little bit differently, and some of them more intimately than others. But nonetheless, everybody knows Miss Kim at the bar. Everybody knows me. So I start having a conversation with them about their perception of me. Like, how do they perceive me, right? One of my favorite sayings is, your perception of me is not my responsibility, which I'm sure that Jay would agree with fucking 100%. I'm going to call him Jim for the show because y'all know who Jay is. To me, he's Jay. He's Jay with a heart always. And and then my mood depends on the color of the heart, right, Jay? Sometimes it's black, sometimes it's white, sometimes it's blue, green, rarely red, but it's always Jay with a heart because he's dope as fuck. So they're giving me feedback, like what their perception of me is per me at the bar drinking bourbon. Let me be clear. None of these men have witnessed me outside of that exact situation. Okay. I'm either in there humping, hustling, talking real estate and drinking, or I'm drinking and we're talking whatever the fuck people talk about at bars. If you don't go to a bar, there's no point in me trying to explain. If you go to a bar, you already know. There ain't no telling what the fuck kind of conversations are had at bars, right? Everything and anything. So this is how the conversation starts with me and Jay. I started explaining to him, like, check this out. I'm talking. He was like, I don't give a fuck. I was like, you should ask women. That's what I said, didn't I? I said, you should ask your women friends, like specifically, like, what idea do you have about, like, what do you think about me? What image do I portray or whatever? Jay was like, no, not doing it. Absolutely not. Don't give a fuck what any of them.
I really don't. So I pick evolution. That's what. I pick evolution. Like, I already know who I am. I don't need any validation from anyone. You know what I mean? Like, if you say, like, it doesn't matter. You're gonna get it regardless. You know what I'm saying? I'm not looking forward to validation. I say I'm giving myself validation because I'm standing on my 10. And I'm doing what I want to do. Right. You know what I'm saying? And I'm making people happy while I'm doing it. Validation is the smile. You know what I'm saying? The validation is smile. The validation is Jim's a cool cat. You know what I mean? Or people want to rock with you. That's the validation. I'm not looking for it. You know what I'm saying? It just, I validate myself, which gives me validation regardless. So I'm about evolving.
Okay. And so I say it's evolution and not validation, because I'm using it specifically to get knowledge for myself. So when it comes to my engagement with men, if that makes sense. In other words, I'm using what they're telling me because so let me be clear when I say your perception of me is not my responsibility. If I say something to you and you have the wrong perception of me, I'm going to use this example. White folks. Most white folks think that I hate white people. That's always there when they get mad at me statement. You hate your race. You're spewing hate everywhere. Rah, 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 rah. Okay? That's their, I don't give a fuck what they think about me. I'm not about to explain myself to them. You think I give two shits about these folks, and if they think that I'm fucking spreading hate, it's just ignorant to even think that. First of all, I'm a white lady, right? Like, there ain't no self-hatred going on. You could be around me for 5 minutes and you fucking know I love me. And I'm white as shit. So, right. And my kids are half white. My family's white. I say that all the time, but it's none of now. I've had people politely say to me, I've had people not do it politely, and they almost got fucked up too. But I've had people politely say to me, you just said we when referring to Black folks. Mm-hmm. Okay, I will explain that. I will elaborate on shit like that, right? If you can approach me respectfully for some understanding, then I will gladly explain myself to you. But for the most part, if you come at me just crazy, I don't give a shit what you think about me then. If you coming at me crazy, you can sit right over there going at air crazy, because you ain't coming at me like that, right? So Jay's saying he's not ever gonna do it. I'm saying, I take away from what they told me, and I went back. I came home after the show, obviously, and I was receptive to what they said. I'm not saying I agree with everything that they said, but I definitely came home and looked at my own self and had a conversation with myself to say, hey, am I coming across that way? Is that the way I truly want to come across? Do I want to listen to the actual men who are saying these things? I'm already receptive to what they're saying, but is it something? Does it line up with my integrity? Right? And then I'm using that to evolve.
Yeah, I think if you're gonna, it depends on what you're looking for. You know what I mean? Like, if you're trying to get into a relationship and you want to be the best for the spouse you pick or whatever like that, I think women should ask men, because it's the men they're trying to get. So women should ask men, like, how do you see me, or you know what I mean? What are things that I can should change, or if I should change or not? You know what I mean? Because because a lot of people get to the point where they're not even going to try to better themselves because they think their self is already there. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
But me, I'm like, I don't know. I'm a man, first of all. So I'm not really looking for no validation from anybody. You know what I mean? And like I said, it's I'm not looking for it.
Right.
You know, if it comes, it comes. It don't, it don't. It is what it is. But if, like I'm saying, no matter how much, if you're a positive person and you know what you're doing, like not know what you're doing, but you pretty much are following the path that you set out for you in a positive way, you'll see the validation. You know what I mean? So I'm just like, I don't know, that validation seems like, you're looking for somebody to make sure you're about yourself. You know what I mean?
I mean, I do, actually. I do. I get it. I get that. I get that 100%, that it can come across that way. And I feel like some people probably do that, and it does come across that way on purpose. Like they are really trying to get validation. They are asking those questions. Right. It comes out like, well, don't. I'm never asking a motherfucker how I look like in a dress. I don't know if this is even why not? I'm never saying like, baby, do I look fat in this dress? Because baby, I already know how I look in this damn dress. I tell people all the time, I'm not one of them women that goes in and changes her clothes a multitude of times, because baby, everything I got, I look good in. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
it's more about my mood.
That being said, right? That being said, you said you're not gonna ask me how you look in a dress. So say you're going out with your girlfriend, right? Y'all both wearing dress, and your friends just so happen not to be wearing that dress right. Don't look right, something like that. Are you gonna say something to her before y'all go out, or y'all just gonna roll out and let your friend look like she shouldn't be looking?
Baby, let me let you know one thing about Miss Kim. For all you listeners, if I didn't call your name, let me just be clear about this. You ain't going nowhere with me looking fucking crazy, okay? If your ass ain't right and your shit ain't straight, we not doing that. You know, I used to work with this. Listen, this is no offense to the women who do this, okay? Because apparently there was a whole movement. I didn't know anything about it, and I'm just being honest. I'm not down with it because it don't make me. I'm gonna wear my fucking panties the way I want to. But apparently there was a whole fucking movement that women ain't supposed to wear they panties over they fupa, which isn't really your fupa. It's just your tummy. But somehow the fat upper pussy part went from that part to your belly, and now all of a sudden it's the belly, which it's not really. It's like fat upper pussy area, which is actually, if you have a fat pussy, then you have a fat upper pussy. Am I allowed to say pussy on here? Well, I'm saying. It's too fucking late now. But anyway.
Especially that word. You can say that word a couple more times.
But let me make sure they hear it.
Right.
I'm just being clear, you know, the acronym, okay? I'm not saying the word, I'm saying the acronym. So, that you're not supposed. So I worked with this lady. And she wasn't a lady. She was a child to me. She was like in her 20s, like 24, something like that. And she had some weight on her. She had a little weight on her. And I mean, I do too. I'm not talking about nobody. I got a little belly. I got thighs. I got some girth to me. Okay. She had a little more than I did. That's all I'm saying. And a little more belly. And she had this. It was during the actual movement of this. This is how I found out about it, because I had to ask somebody else. Like,
wait,
she wore all of her clothes, her skirts, her pants, and her underwear under her belly roll.
Listen,
underneath it.
It was really a movement like that, though.
That's my understanding. Like, there's like a whole thing that people go back and forth and that women aren't, bellies don't belong in panties. First of all, let me be very clear when I say this. Fuck you men that are telling us where our bellies need to be, in or outside of a damn pair of underwear that you don't even see. I'll put my fucking underwear wherever, okay? I mean, they're not going to go up to my belly button or nothing. I don't wear no granny drawers. But I'm not tucking all of my clothes under my little, I mean, it's not a big belly, but I got the little roll thing. I'm not tucking my clothes up under that and then my shirt. No, I wouldn't even know how to begin to dress that way. That just doesn't even make any sense. But yes,
I've seen people do it and make it look like you got a long pussy. Like it's just extra long. Like,
please explain that to me like I'm 3 years old, because I'm telling you right now.
It just looks like butt cheeks in the front.
What?
Like
what do you mean butt cheeks in the front?
So say they wear like the underwear like over and then they wear the like spandex, because I see a lot wear spandex and they wear that over. They usually wear it tight, so it just increases the crease between their legs, so it makes it look like they got a long pussy. To me, it looks weird, but it is what it is. You know, that's the way they want to wear their clothes.
Okay, gross.
I'll look to the side, but
that's gross.
I just see it. I'm just going by what I see. I don't ask anybody to dress that way. I see people dress the way they want to, and they don't give a shit how they look. Which is, you know.
Listen, I follow this chick, and Gilly hates that I sent. She's like, first of all, I'm fucking funnier.
Jay in the building.
So, hey, Jason. Hey, Shauna. Artistic App Design Group. I don't know who you are, but hey.
Artistic was good with you.
And what was I telling you? Wow, bad.
You tell them to make sure you hit those like buttons. Hit those
subscribe,
buttons.
share.
I'm sure y'all are already subscribed. If you're not subscribed, and share it to every one of your friends.
Yes,
and tell them to hit that like button too.
But definitely, please also hit the like button, even if you've already, right? Because people that subscribe, I forget to do it. I go back all the time and press the fucking like button. I'm just being honest.
Make sure you tuck your fupa into your underwear and your spandex.
Yeah, so I don't know anything about the long pussy that you're talking about. Because first of all, I'm too preoccupied with how fucking fine I am to be worrying about these women with misshapen and shit going around.
I hear that.
I know the TikTok lady. So there's a TikTok chick I follow because she's funny. And like the first video I ever saw, she has on like, she's misshapen as fuck, white lady. Big old belly and, you know, just misshapen. Okay. And she comes on and she's like talking to whoever in the room. And she's like, you know what? I don't care. Like, and she's smacking her belly and shit. I don't, you know, I'm do this, whatever. So the other day she's going to Walmart. She's sitting in her car. She has almost a full, first of all, she's got like the neck, like the neck.
The double chin neck?
The neck. Yeah. And so her chin.
Oh, the turkey neck.
No, it's like a whole, like all of this is neck. Up from ear to ear is neck. From here. Yeah. No, I'll find a picture maybe, but from here to here, okay? It's just so she's sitting there. She was like Jabba the Hutt, kind of like not that big, but I'm saying like the whole, you know.
Oh yeah,
that's so. She's like, okay, so I'm about to go in Walmart. This is what she says. I'm about to go in Walmart. I have on my pajamas. I have a 5 o'clock shadow. Is that what they call it for men?
Yeah, she had one of those.
Yeah, from jaw to jaw, she had like a 5 o'clock shadow. Her hair's in disarray, and I forget what she said she had on her feet. And she's like, "And I'm going into Walmart." Slippers. Probably. She said, "I'm going into Walmart," and she said, "And I don't give a fuck. You know why? Because I'm happy." And she was like, and it doesn't matter to me about what everybody else and da 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 and this and the other. Listen, I get it. I swear to you, I do. And there may have been a time when I didn't really give a fuck maybe and go out in public. I can't recall that time. I'm just going to be honest. Like I at least try to put myself together a little bit. I don't understand. I get to each their own, do what you want, be free, whatever. I'm going around braless at 52. I don't give a fuck. I'm just saying.
Me too.
Well, I'm just saying. I get it. I get the freedom part of it. I just don't get the not caring for yourself kind of concept. Like you have to address that you're unattractive and dress fucked up to still count it to be beautiful. Like if people don't, you know, but then you're mad when people not that people should treat anybody funny regardless, but I'm just saying,
like laughing or,
you know, I mean, people are fucking ugly.
People are people.
Yeah, people are fucking ugly. And I get that, you know, you don't feel good or you're sick or whatever. You know, I never got the slippers in public thing. I never understood that. I'm from a small town, believe it or not. People don't think it's a small town, but it really truly is. And everybody knew everybody. And man, I'm telling you, back in the late 80s, early 90s, everybody was in the store with their pajama bottoms and slippers. I mean, fucking talking everybody back then was in the pajamas and slippers. And rags and shit. You know, I grew up with Jerry curls, so they would have the plastic bags on their head and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm showing my age for real. So that really happened.
Do it, man. I see like how do you feel about the bonnets?
Do I have to comment?
Yes.
You know, people are going to come for me just because I'm unmelanated.
Who cares? Man.
I don't fucking get it. I don't care what color they are. I don't care if they're fantastic. I don't care if they're well designed. I don't care if they're name brand. I'm just being honest. I think it's rebellious. I think that women act like a bunch of fucking children a lot of times. And this is one of those things. Like, I think a certain demographic of people specifically are like that all the time. No fucks given. They don't leave their area though. They're in like the deep seated hood, right? And I've known people like that, and I love them my whole life. I'm not talking about it. I'm just making it's factual in my life. But and then now all of a sudden it's a trend. It's not a trend. It's not right. I'm not judging them because they can do what they want. I'm just saying for me, I don't understand other than I feel like a lot of it is rebellious. And then I feel like it's also just, it goes into that same concept. Like, I'm going to do what the fuck I want to do, and I can be who I want to be. And I can, which you can absolutely, but you're not going to say in that same breath, like for me, I'm different. I'm unique, right? There's not a lot of people fucking like me. That's cool. I get that. So I don't expect for everyone to like me. I'm aware that I am going to rub people the wrong way. There's definitely something about me that will do that. I can't do shit about that. I can't make 100% of the people 100% happy 100% of the time. And to be honest, I ain't fucking trying to. I could give less than two shits if a motherfucker likes me. You kidding me? People ain't like me my whole fucking life. Okay, since childhood, motherfuckers ain't like me. You think I give a fuck about the next bitch now that doesn't like me for whatever reason?
I went through life people pretending to like me. That turns it out for the worst. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, all in your face, smile in your face, the OJ motherfuckers, stab you in the back type motherfuckers. That's what I've been through. So I've had to develop self-awareness, self-security, everything self, because it's like, if you're weak, there's people out there, you are who you are. But if you're a weak-hearted, weak-minded person, it's someone who's good at what they do can tell and walk right the fuck all over it. You know what I mean? Which distracts you from getting to where you need to be regardless. You know what I mean? So that's why I tell you, like, anything that's with the validation and this or whatever, it is what it is, man. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to keep pushing regardless. I'm going to be me regardless. I'm a sexy motherfucker regardless.
Ooh, and you can sing too. And you bow-legged. You better let these motherfuckers know something. They don't know who they playing with.
Yeah, I used to walk like Jordan when I was little too, man.
Y'all don't know who you playing with. Y'all don't know who y'all playing with. I'm going to post a video again. I'm going to post Jay singing with his bow-legged ass in the bar.
Post that video.
It's fucking crazy.
They want to take off their shirt.
Okay, panties, throwing panties and shit. I don't do my panties.
I got my man. We got unapologetic manhood in the building.
What's going on?
Hey, what's going on? How's everybody?
What's going on, sir? How you doing?
He's new to the Savage Club Entertainment team.
Yes.
What's going on?
How you do? I'm just enjoying you guys' conversations. Just walked into it about 10 minutes ago. And I'm enjoying it, especially with the bonded thing. And I said my little comment, and you're going to be hearing this a lot from me, that I'm joining the Savage team network. But most women, especially in my generation, are, and younger, are children with breasts. So it hurts. I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, but it's a lot of guys out here, like, children as well, but most of them has been raised 100% by women, a matriarchy household. But but at the same time, that's how I see it. I see these boys. I actually have, because I do football. In the 7v7 I was at, it was two boys wearing a bondage, trying to run, on the football team, whatever. I'm letting them know, listen, young man.
Tackle that man.
Yeah, I said, I think you're playing the wrong sport. You should be playing field hockey or something. And I see them around, like that. The show you had yesterday or the day before yesterday, Savage. I see them around all the time.
Everywhere, bro.
Now, men. I said this in November, when I first really started seeing it, discovering on young men. I said, so this is the thing now? now you guys going to be wearing it, and it's mostly the kids that's being raised by BMTs, and I'm gonna leave that alone. But, you know, it's mostly, we call them baby mama terrorists.
They are terrorists too.
You know what I'm saying? It's mostly those type of people that how they being raised. They being raised horribly, and people. It seems as though people don't give a dog about how their son is looking or daughters are looking, because a lot of times they looking the same way.
True.
I mean, I'm just saying. Yeah. I'm just saying.
It is crazy.
I see a lot of white girls out here be having bonnets on too.
Oh, I don't know. I live in a black city. I try to stay away from the white areas of town. I don't see a lot of that.
Yep. We see it out
I went
here.
outside and I saw what you was talking about, Kim, with the over the fupa long coochies, and then I saw the bonnets and listen. I pay attention to where I'm going now, because there's no sight to see. There's really no sight to see.
I mean, at the end of the day, too, and I know this is gonna sound fucked up, but I'm gonna say it anyway. There's a whole health issue, right? Okay, it's already a struggle, okay, for Black families to stay together. It's already a fucking struggle, right? But that they're just creating an environment for people to be unhealthy. It's one thing to be obese and be healthy. It's another thing to be obese and be fucking unhealthy. It's another thing. Don't care about it. Right. Not to mention, there's no way.
Good point.
There's just no way, honestly, if you feel that way. I made a decision a year ago. I got up about a year and a half ago and I stopped going to the gym, right? Now, I'm a few pounds heavier, but I'm shaped the same. In other words, my clothes still fit me just because I'm shaped the same, right? But for about 6 months, I was bitching about my body. And then I was talking to Gilly and I said, okay, I ain't gonna say shit else, because I can't abuse my body and then expect my body to do exactly what I want it to do or be what I want it to be, right? It's my body is what I create it to be. It's nobody else is forcing my body to look this way, right? That's it's on me, right? But we're creating a mindset that they took love yourself from the inside out. And I don't know if it's the narcissism that's coming up in women in
that has a lot to do with that narcissistic behavior.
There's a lot of narcissistic behavior. There's a lot of bullying and a lot of screaming, a lot of
you know what I think it is though?
Name calling.
They're automatically, I know what it is. It's insecurity. So that pride mixed with that insecurity, you're taking your pride and overpower your insecurity. If you're insecure, don't try to overpower with your pride.
Right.
Try to fix yourself. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, absolutely. And I think I think it's a huge problem. But see, to my point, that where we disagreed, to my point, ask a decent ass dude. You got to at least run across a decent ass dude and say, hey, what do you fucking think about me? Dude, for real.
But what's stronger? Knowing what you need to do or asking someone what you already know?
Well, here's the thing. How many people know? Let's be really honest. Let's be really honest. Now, listen, I know that we have the internet but if you are on a specific mindset and you have a lack mentality and you have fed into every part of the system, the oppression and the genocide and if you have been 100% brainwashed, you ain't gonna tell me you don't see generations of families in the projects, generations, like 3 or 4 generations next door to each other and shit. They're not having wealth conversations. They're not having conversations like we're having right now. They're skipping past these videos and they're living literally in a bubble. Everybody keeps saying that the world is flat, and so the fuck what if it is? When we get up tomorrow, the food still has to be grown. There's still going to be capitalism. There's still going to be racism. It's just another fucking lie that has been added. As far as we know, there's a multitude of bubbles that we're inside of them. And I think that this is no different than fucking racist ass white people not knowing that they're racist ass white people. Oh, I have a black friend, so I'm not racist. But when it comes down to it, the mindset is embedded in them generationally. It's never been addressed. It's never been talked about. It's just there. And they move out of that energy because that's what they're comfortable in. Right? It's endless.
Oh, yeah.
It's endless.
I was talking about that whole concept, what you're talking about when it's saying, like, go to a decent guy to show me how do I look or what have you, or talking about wealth and everything. A lot of these women and men, they don't want to be. We're talking about the women when it comes to this part. They don't want to be, talked to unless you're tickling their chin, unless you're having a conversation with, you know what I'm saying, unless you tell them what they want to hear, and that goes for, again. Many women I dated made over $80K a year. Many women that I dated, was living in substance, housing, whatever. Both of them, to me, comes down to it, are the same. It depends on how they was raised. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of them, I see it all the time, how they feel like, nobody can tell them anything that's can actually teach them what can make them a better person.
Right.
And that's the biggest problem that we are having today. Even a lot of these men, nobody can tell these guys nothing until they really get into trouble. They really get into, I could say to a guy younger than me or a little older than me, hey, I've been through this. I'm going to tell you how not to get through that, or how not to get all into that. And they won't listen to me because I might not be the person that they want to hear it from, or it's like, they might not just like me at all for me to teach them anything. See, I'm a type of person, I learned this from my grandmother and grandfather. I learned from my enemies.
Yeah.
I learned from my enemies as well, as people that I like. People that's going to tell me, what I do wrong or right, or what have you. I like to learn from that. A lot of people look at us, and with the race thing, and it's a lot of people, they put everything, I call this the victimhood society. Everybody victims.
Everybody.
Everybody's a victim.
We address that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Speak on it.
You know what I mean? So the victimization is something what I don't have that concept. I used to be the most pro-black person you could meet, but I started to be a pro-truth guy. I started to understand how I look as a 6 foot tall, 240-pound man playing victim. And people looking at me like, like let's say other non-black men or black men that was actually raised properly. They would look at me like, come on, man. All that TV shit that you hear on MSNBC and seeing, they don't care about your victimhood. They don't care what you how you feel and stuff like that. So this is why I teach my son and my daughter, because they really need to understand that concept. Nobody don't care about you being a victim. You got to get up. You got to get out there. You got to get shit going.
Yep. I tell people all the time, get in line.
Victim Olympics for sure.
They start that shit with me. I tell them, y'all can get in line. Y'all can get in fucking line. Like, what? You tell them, okay, you've been through some shit. My last dating profile said, I'm just like y'all. I've been through shit just like y'all been through shit. Like, I'm just fucking real. Like, that's who the fuck I am. I've been through some shit too. It's not deterring me or anything, but I'm just so okay. And so we all there is such levels. This is why I think we need to dialogue. And Jay, I know what you're saying, but I still feel like, okay, so I know who I am, right? I'm just trying to perfect certain things about me.
It's different. A lot of people we always come to these talking points, right? When we talk about men and women, like we are the same. And every talking point goes back to, but men, but women, but women. We are not the same.
At all.
So yes, I can see a woman looking for validation because it's different for them. They think differently, move differently, act differently. Men, your validation should be in your walk, your movement, how you present yourself, what you doing, what your purpose is. That's the validation, not going on, well, how do I look? I don't give a fuck. I know I look good because I'm walking good, and these women can't stop touching my body. That's your validation. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. So I can see the difference, you know what I mean? Because it's like, we're so different. And that's what we need to start realizing.
Right.
We need to start comparing ourselves and get to knowing who the fuck we are, our role in life, and our role in a relationship. You know what I'm saying?
Verb.
And that's what we don't know.
Is a verb.
That's what we really don't know. We don't know our purpose, a lot of us. We don't know the order that the Most High gave us, especially in the, I don't want to keep on singling out, but I'm a Black American, especially in the Black community. We are controlled by the matriarchy, you know what I'm saying, for the last 50 some odd years.
But are we?
Say it again?
But are we really?
Absolutely, I believe so, because it's a lot of males in our community that they want to soft talk around things. Again, just like our pastors, in the community, our so-called politicians in the community. It's men that's in New London County that I see every day, and they tickling people's chins instead of working with the youth, working with the young men of our communities, like not just playing basketball and football. They just, they're more of working with the women. They're bringing the women up. See, in friends that I grew up with, Italian friends, my Greek friends, my Irish friends that I grew up with, all of them, they didn't put they understood how boys are supposed to be on another level. You know what I'm saying? And, it wasn't boys be at the bottom and girls, you keep on climbing up to the top. They wasn't raised like that. Most of them that I know, they wasn't raised like that. Growing up in Jersey, you're growing up around 200 different languages. And a lot of these different cultures, other than Black Americans, they value the woman more than they do the man. It's been like this for years. And it's getting better now. Black men are starting to understand that, man, you better, I don't know what they're telling you, but you better stop valuing everybody else but yourself. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to just put it through just, because it's an American thing now. Now it just used to be Black people. It's like white people starting to destroy their families as well.
The same thing now. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's doing the same thing.
But here's the thing: is it control, or are you controlled by it, or are you being affected by it? Those are two different things.
Right? You're being affected.
My whole thing is this: once you learn your knowledge, once you learn what's going on in the world and what's keeping you back, you should learn. Like you said, you adapt to your shit, learn from it, and you grow from it, right?
Yeah.
You still got people who are never been slaves before, never in their fucking lives, never had to really go through shit, and still blaming slavery like you were there, like you were here and telling them like, "Hey, bitch, what's really good?" No, you know what I'm saying? Like you got the knowledge out there. Well, if I do this and make these moves, I'll be successful. If I roll this way, I'll be successful. This person calls me out my name, I really don't give a fuck because I know who the fuck I am. You know what I'm saying? We like that victim, what do they call it? Victimhood or victim Olympics? That's what's embedded in most of African Americans right now, and mostly lower class people, which is all races. Yeah. Everybody wants to be the fucking victim that they can't do nothing. Lazy as shit.
Right.
Trust me, I've done it. I've done it for a year or two. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Oh, somebody needs to come. Nobody's coming and nobody cares.
No one cares.
So you have to get off your ass and move your ass, and you're the only one
So-
that can do that shit.
No, let me address Drunk real quick. Drunk said, I mean, unless the cops do it to us, and that's just recently people care about that. No, they don't. What people? What
See,
people
they did
care
Black
about it?
Lives Matter, that was
Please
totally
say,
fantastic.
please say white folks care about it. Please say that, because baby, this would be a whole nother show. Please don't say that, because I
Black
can assure you.
every time a black man dies in a Black Lives Matter, and, you know, promotes it and stuff like that, they get the money. LGBTQ get the money.
Yeah,
Everybody
and
but the black man get the money. Get the billboards and stuff like that. They get to see their you know, their slogan or their it's other words I want to use, but I'm trying to but these people, what they're doing, they getting money off the backs of dead black men. If we really want to be real, they're getting money off of dead black men. That's all they're doing.
It's ineffective what they're doing.
Oh,
That's the
very
problem.
ineffective. What change what change happened?
No,
You know what I'm saying? And this is what nothing.
nothing
know,
has
but
happened.
is exactly, and this is why when people try to put me in the box, I'd rather be alone. You try to put me in the box of I'm supposed to be somebody you think I'm supposed to be because what you see on TV, you know what I'm saying? What you see on TV, and I'm supposed to be this type of way? Hell to the no. You know, this is why I call myself unapologetic, because no, you're not going to make me apologize for being a man, for being a human being, a realist, a logical thinker. I'm not going to, no. I've been through that. You know, again, I was the pro-black guy that, that felt like I needed everything. Never really been through nothing crazy, but I needed everything. I was that guy. You know what I'm saying? Delusional about my people. You know what I'm saying? But again, I still love my people. We need to understand that a lot of these people don't love us. You know, we talk about Black Lives Matter.
We need to know that.
Yeah.
The thing about it is, it's so many moves you have to make at one time. And it's all about reassuring yourself for yourself and knowing that there's people out there that may and could love you, but don't focus on that. You have to keep moving. They show you love, they give you love, you have them into your circle. That's how you build a friend or something like that. But you don't stop moving. You don't stop moving. You know what I'm saying? Because once you start caring about, oh, this person cares about me this way, that person cares about it, this person said that. This is exactly why they voted for Biden, because he put out there that bullshit. Like we were talking about it, Kim. They didn't care about the policies. They were just like, guess what, my queens and glory queens? Vote for me because I'm going to probably get your hair fixed. And it was like, yes. They all voted for him.
I mean,
instead of thinking, oh, Trump says all this shit about this, and Trump said he don't like Biden. Who gives a fuck who the fuck Trump likes? What's his policy? What's good for you?
It doesn't matter either way. It doesn't
really
matter either way. The government isn't set up for black people. It never was. I mean, at the time that any of this shit was implemented by law, you were beneath white people by law. By law, it had been in the court system and everything. So it's not set up for it in any way, shape, or form. It doesn't matter who it is in office or what color their skin is. That's obvious. That's obvious.
We did
never change.
You know how the modern Asian community is about their money and how their finances and stuff like that.
Together.
Yeah. Black folks actually used to be like that before this thing called civil rights. Black folks used to have big money.
Absolutely.
We used to have big money. We used to have, when we was real conservatives, we had money. We wasn't making all this money and then bringing it to other people communities. And a dollar can be saved in the black community for about 6 days. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like that. The what you call that, the civil rights, it was a different story. After the civil rights, it was a different story. Like, but when we was conservatives, because it was a bunch of black conservatives back in the day. We talking about the early 1900s, 1800s, late 1800s, where we was actually, it wasn't just Oklahoma, where when they said, the Tulsa, Oklahoma, where it was big businesses and black banks, it was all over this damn country. It was like that. It was a lot of race riots during that Pacific time in the 1920s to the 1940s. But black folks was, man, they had money power, and that's what it's all about. Just like the modern day Asian, Chinese and Asian people in general, they know about money power. They don't vote all the time at all.
They ain't gonna tell you shit either.
You know why we don't?
You can ask them, they ain't gonna tell you shit either.
They probably won't. We've lost the sense of unity and trust within each other.
Yeah.
You know why? You want me to tell you why as a white person looking in? Because everything has become more important than the melanation in your skin. Your religion, your income, your wife, what neighborhood you live in, what your kids do, what kind of car you drive. All that shit is way more important than the fact that the one thing that you should all be fighting for is the melanation in your skin. It is the most powerful thing that you guys have. You understand what I'm saying? It's fucking powerful as shit. And everything is more important.
My melanin made my mind powerful. So I don't know. My mind is glorious. I just love it. But what it is that they put fear into everybody's hearts.
Of course.
You know what I mean? All different avenues and ways for us to be scared. It's not even only black. It's people in general.
Everybody is
be who they want, who they're supposed to be, or be afraid. Everybody's afraid of success. That's how bad it is. Because you see successful people, how they dropping off, how they make the wrong decisions, how you like them until they fall off. You know, that's all life is about now. Like you till they fall off. You know what I'm saying? You can be pressing somebody's likes on Facebook all day because it's cool. As soon as they do something, I got to take him off my page. Delete it. That's the life we live in. There's no accepting. There's no working with. There's no unity. It's all, oh shit, you fucked up. Bye. I don't have to like you. There's 1,000 people to like on the internet.
But yeah, it's a lot of degeneracy going on, even for non-black Americans. I see it all the time. Just like you said, that victim, that the concept of who likes who and stuff like that. It's a bunch of people living off this world of delusion, like we're in middle school. It's like one of these things that, what does this actually mean to me? And to come back what you were saying, Miss Kim, I feel like, actually it's actually a fact of the matter. Black folks, shit destroy the black community is because we let every sort of entity inside our community, like socialism, like feminism, like LGBTQ. We could talk all day. Many entities that we followed that destroyed our communities. Many. We follow today, like with and I don't understand the people for the last 10 years because you got so much information on this damn social media. So when you up in here saying that Joe Biden is not more racist than Donald Trump, I don't know what you're looking at. It's still thousands of upon tens of thousands of brothers in jail because of the crime bill. Man, we could go all day. It's still with the bus riding that he did in 1971. Like, it's so many different things that he done. It wasn't just 1994 crime bill; it was actually 1988 as well. Man, it's like it's the things he say about non-black children too, where he talk about them and stuff like that. I always said, black folks, when you vote more than 90% for one party, that tells me all I need to know.
All of that you're saying, if you think about seriously, it's a fucking distraction. Because at the end of the day, let me say this. Maybe people don't know. Maybe I haven't said it enough. But let me be very clear, okay? I'm being fucking honest right now, as honest as I can fucking be, okay? The majority, and I'm talking the vast majority, don't give a fuck about Black folks. Period. The vast majority of white people don't give a fuck about Black folks. It doesn't benefit them. It doesn't benefit them. It's never going to be important enough for them to do anything profoundly positive in a way that affects you and creates wealth for your people. Period. It is never going to happen. It doesn't matter. You can call anybody's name in government you want to. We can keep talking about all the white people and how they're doing you wrong, but at the end of the day, that shit is not going to stop. So what can you do? What can you do right now? Whatever it is, do it. Do it.
I got it. It's a perfect title. Stop looking for validation and evolve.
Yep.
Stop looking for validation.
You did not prove me wrong. For the record, that does not mean you prove me wrong.
Yes, it does.
Yes, indeed. Absolutely.
But it's the truth. But it's the fucking truth. You know what I'm saying? You. I said this one time about. I don't know. Somebody rubbed me real wrong one time on my show. A white chick, and I was trying to explain, which is impossible sometimes to explain to white people. Initially I thought I would be like Jane Elliott, and do all this cool shit and make white people, wake up. And I looked at Jane Elliott. I'm like, she been doing this a long motherfucking time. She been out here in these fucking streets a long fucking time trying to convince white folks that they're fucking wrong. And it ain't worked out for her. So I was like, well, you know what? I'll do this. I'll let Black folks know what white people really think. Because there's a lot of cool ass white people, no doubt. There's a lot of gray people like me. You know what I'm saying? Gray girls and gray guys. There's a lot of us, right? I get that shit, right? But there's not enough that is ever going to do anything, and that is not going to change. This end is not going to change. So Black folks' end has to change. Absolutely 100% has to. The wealth has to come from you, not government grants and from you. Your food, factories that make clothes. That's a difference. I don't know who said, if it was a comedian, he was talking about wealth. I said this before, and he said the difference between rich was at the time, Oprah, this was 20 years ago. Oprah is rich. The people who sign her checks are wealthy, right? There's a difference, right? Black folks need to be not printing stuff on t-shirts, manufacturing the fucking shirts at the factory buy, to sell, right?
Making the fabric, all that.
Yep, I agree with that.
I know exactly what you're talking about, Kim, because that was one of the things I was most interested in. And they were talking, because they kept going down the details. They was like, well, I own my business. Do you really own your business? Oh, yeah, but who do you pay? You paying somebody. Now let's you go down to, you own this land, this soil right here. Mm-hmm. You dig it in there, making the product, the cotton, all that shit. You taking it out, processing it, and doing all that. You are not a nothing. You don't own shit. That's why give me land.
Absolutely 100%. As a real estate agent and as a wealth builder, I am telling you right now, as much shit as you can buy up. I don't give a fuck where it's at. If you can afford a piece of land anywhere, fucking buy it. It's real estate. It's real estate. Stop thinking of it outside of it. It's fucking real estate. And people are always going to need a place to live. There's always going to be value in it, some way, shape, or form. And the more you have, the more value you're going to have. It doesn't matter if you go out, just think about this, what I'm saying for a minute, okay? You can go out and buy 100 acres in fucking bumfucked Egypt that's full of trees and cut down half every 5 acres every some years and make enough money in that one day that you cut down the tree. I'm not telling you to go out and kill trees. Please know that's not what I'm saying, but I'm just making a point, okay? I'm just making a point. I say it all the time, buy property. Come buy, K-Boogie, let me tell you something. Right now, I'm telling you, and anybody who's listening, I can assure you that I can go right now to our state website, and anybody on here, if you got $5,000 sitting in cash, I can find you a piece of property. If you're concerned about where and what and all that, fine. Then you be concerned and don't contact me. Otherwise, I'm not even talking about me charging or nothing. Just I will give you the information you need to purchase this property. If you got $5,000, I'm telling you, I can buy you a lot of lands, a actual lot of land. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot in a neighborhood, or
a lot of
lots of land. But I'm being deadly serious. I mean, just think about it. Just buy the shit, man. Just fucking buy it for real. I'll take 20 acres in Mississippi over a Lamborghini. Well, damn drunk, me too.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
First of all,
but for real,
I'm definitely not taking no Lamborghini because I'm 6'4", almost 300 pounds. Not happening. I'm not Shaquille O'Neal trying to. No, all set. And why would I need a Lamborghini so I could die in ASAP?
I can't even imagine.
You know what I mean? I want land.
Land any day.
Any day.
Land.
I mean, you can buy and let me tell you some. So here's some wealth shit, okay? If you have land, if you own land outright, it's easier to get a loan to build a house. If you own the land, it's easier for you to get a loan to build a house than it is for you to get a loan to buy a whole house. Do you understand what I'm saying? Listen to what I'm saying.
Wait. Save that shit, Kim. Save that. That's going to be for a real estate show. I'm thinking ahead.
Listen, well, write it down. We'll go back and talk about it.
I got this, so definitely. That might be we have to put that inside some Patreon shit right there.
I like that. Absolutely.
I cannot relate. I'm gonna tell you right now, I can't relate to a Lamborghini. I'm gonna tell you how far off I am with it. Some guy trying to be, cute, whatever. I'm gonna buy you some red bottom shoes. I was like, why would you do that? And he was like, you don't want no red bottom shoes? And I was like, I don't even know what the fuck. I said, are you talking about the fucking heels that got red bottoms? I was like, it's a thing. Like, I just thought it was a fucking shoe that had a red bottom. I'm serious. So, and he was like, yeah. And he's trying to explain. I said, baby, let me tell you something. If I wanted some fucking red bottom shoes, I would DIY my favorite pair of fucking black pumps. Y'all got me fucked up. If you think for 1 second, I'm about to buy a damn pair of shoes because somebody said red bottoms are the shit. And so I'm going to pay $200 or $300 for, baby, I got a pair of black heels sitting over there that, never mind. I ain't gonna say it. But anyway, they nice. You feel me?
Soil. Buy me some red bottom soil that I can buy that's connected to the earth, motherfucker. That's buy me that shit.
Exactly. Yeah.
Change the wealth gap. And that's another thing. I think my great grandfather generation.
Get those likes up.
Yes, indeed. My great grandfather generation, they knew how to do it. Like, I'm talking about before the civil rights, because if you go to any, you go to like a black person's grandma house, big mama house. What do you think? How long they had their house? They had their house 80 years and it's still standing strong. Who built that house? Grandpa built that house. Grandpa put that land up. My great grandfather to this day, he passed away 10 years ago. We got land in Savannah, Georgia, 10, 15 acres of land. I might not get a piece of it because he got like about 30 grandkids, what have you. But his intermediate kids that he actually was raised in the house get all that, and it's going to, and hopefully it stays there. You know what I'm saying?
What you want for that piece?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
What you want for that piece? Give me that shit.
You know, they understood money. They understood money. See, all this stuff, this concept, when we start following the mainstream media, following, you know, how the athletes live, how the movie stars live and stuff like that, when, you know, when people in general. But this is when Black folks lost it all. When they start following these different things and stuff like that, they understood finances 80 years ago, 90 years ago, more than they do today, way more than they do today. And we got a lot of millionaires now. We got a lot of millionaires that's going to be broke soon. You know what I'm saying? And it's a shame, but I'm going to be honest with you, Generation Z they're starting to be a little more intelligent than we were as Generation X or millenniums when it comes to money. You know what I mean? They don't work hard, but they work smarter.
Because you know what? What they. It's a whole different breed, and I'm seeing it too.
Yeah.
All they care about is money.
Right.
But that's where that root of all evil is going to come out. It wasn't before. We don't have financial money, blah, blah, blah. But these people, they'll kill your parents for the money. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
That's what I see. It's nothing but the money, no matter what angle or however they're going to get it. Some of them are smart as hell, the way they're doing it. Some are super smart because the knowledge that's out there right now, and the only thing they have are these tablets. Information is coming so fast. They're so much faster than us. It's ridiculous. That, you know what I mean? It's going in, going in.
You know what it's causing?
That bag can go in and out. It ain't good. It can stay right there.
You know what the problem is? They're immature. They're smart as fuck, but they're immature.
But they're immature. That's true. That's true.
They're immature as fuck. I said that about my kids for the longest, and I'm just being honest, and I said it to their face. I'm not talking about them. I'm like, y'all are smart as fuck, but you're immature. I mean, and I take responsibility for a lot of that, but they were very immature and just fucking too smart.
Exactly. I'm looking at Drunk what he's saying. He said this may be controversial, but the government assistance had this about the Black community. That because a lot of our women they don't give a shit. Like when you have I do videos on this all the time. When you have women that when you have a traditional man and a man that speaks values, a man that's that's stable, a man that really don't give a damn what you say, he gonna always be on his purpose. A lot of our women don't like that man. They might respect him, but they don't like him. They respect him in a way, well, he's a good dude, but I'd rather be with this idiot that values me no matter what. So what I'm saying is a lot of our women they rather have government daddy than to have anything else. And I'm not even talking about the ones that's on so-called welfare. I'm talking about the one again, their bosses in corporate world. Again, I've been with a lot of women that make it 80 to 100,000 a year or more. You could tell they respect their boss more than they respect their actual family. So it goes both ways. If they on welfare, government daddy there. If they got that job, that's somewhat government daddy, corporate daddy. They respect that more than they do anything that I ever saw in my 42 years on this planet. And I'm just being honest with you, and they don't value manhood in my community. They starting out to value manhood in other communities too.
Nobody knows.
Yeah.
Nobody knows. If all women are raising the kids with no man in the home, who knows who manhood is? Who knows how to be a man? Who knows how to respect a man? You don't know nothing about the man besides whatever your parent or whatever with your mother, your community or society.
Right.
No community no more.
Your coach.
And women are not receptive and they're not teachable anymore either. They're not receptive and they're not teachable at all. They don't listen. And I mean that in the most respectful way as I can, but we don't. How many times have I seen a woman ask a man a question and then argue his answer? Do you want to fucking hear what he had to say, or do you not? Do you really want what he's saying to impact you in your life, or are you just up there running your fucking mouth to argue? Because I feel like they just want to fucking fight. Usually when I'm in the bar and that shit start, I go sit with the damn dude. So there's no fucking question that I ain't agreeing with these bitches and what the fuck they talking about. I'm not listening to that shit. Y'all like, I'm not about to be on your side because I'm a woman and I got breasts. No, that's not how it works. Y'all are fucking it all up for fucking good ass women like me who've been fucking working our asses off to heal and get fucking right. Yep. And you're out here acting a fucking fool. And I got every man crying in my lap. Oh, I've been so mistreated. Bitch, so have I. Get the fuck up. Let's get the fuck on and let's do some other shit because this shit ain't working out for me. I'm really sick of myself, and I'm sick of the shit that I do, that I catch myself and be like, I tell myself I'm fucking sick of your shit. Like, get your shit together. What is you doing? You know what I'm saying? And most of these women are running behind, like you said earlier on the show. What I tell my friend, if her dress was fucked, hell yeah, you ain't going nowhere with me looking fucked up. Like, get your shit together. We not going out like this. Get some damn shoes on your feet. And if they ain't fucking painted and done, then cover them motherfuckers up. Do not go out with flip-flops and fucked up toes. Just don't do it. And that applies to everybody, man and or woman. Fix your feet or cover them up if you're going to go out in public. I think that should be mandatory law.
Yeah, I hear that. For real, drunk. Yep. I hear what I absolutely hear what you're saying. And again, I tell young men, young men and young women, like, if you have a problem with a situation, if a person is trying to make your life chaotic, I'm that dude. I go east and they go west. Like, anything that I learned in my entire life, I learned not to get myself caught up with the wrong type of person. Period. No matter if it was my period. No matter if my so-called homeboys, or no matter if it's a woman or a couple of women that I'm dealing with. You go east, I go west.
The minute you act up, the minute you have bad behavior, baby, I'm sorry. Yeah. I appreciate you.
Because I used to be a person that come out the house all the time. I don't need to. These people are crazy. Like, you know what I mean?
For real. I you know how we used to do?
I catch people's vibes and it affects me. You know what I'm saying? So I'd rather, like, I can see that shit. I can feel it on your bones. And I'm like this, I'll go away. Like, even if I'm in a building and there's people in there like that, I gotta get out because I can feel your energy. I'm like, I'm gone. I'll go outside. I'm going outside.
I mean,
when a person, I can tell when a person really, I'm really feeling the vibe, a negative vibe, and I've been like this. But as I get older, it's like I feel that shit quick. It's like, I got to get up out of here. You know, when you know yourself, you know how to not be around the wrong people. I've been like that for years,
man.
But as I got,
you don't blame the other person when you do. When you do get around somebody fucked up and you miss it,
start blaming yourself.
Right.
Yeah.
But don't fall into it. Like, why? Right. Like, I decided to be around that person. My fault.
Right. My bad.
You taking accountability of yourself.
Right.
And
exactly.
You start walking properly. Once you start healing yourself and thinking for yourself and doing things for yourself, you start seeing shit that nobody sees because they're still following that same wave of what they put out there for you. Right. That's what they talk about, your third eye opening. My shit is blinking at motherfuckers like this.
Yep.
That's serious, bro. That's serious. We here.
Period.
Yeah. Everybody's trying to finesse you drunk. I feel you. I understand that. I see it all the time. It's again, it's like you were saying, Miss Kim. Like, these women, they don't want to be talked to. They don't want to be spoken the way it is. So I tell, that's why, and I feel bad at saying this, but these women, this is the reason why they're getting caught up with these madmen, these dudes that's taking their lives or just, harming them and their families, because they're dating the guys that's going to pander to them, that's going to simp for them, that's going to do everything that they want them to do until they blow the fuck up. And then the guys, it ain't real men, Those are simp enforcers that's beating your ass, that's putting you in the grave. That those and you want that. You don't want the value of a real man that's gonna let you know he don't have to argue or curse you out. Baby, I don't agree with that, but if you want to do that, I ain't taking you serious. That's what it is. You go your way, I go my way. You know what I'm saying? See you later.
Simple. But people don't do that. They want to.
And then when they run to the right one, and that's what those be the. And I'll be saying, see, these men are going crazy. No, it's your simp enforcers that you want to be in your life. That's destroying you physically and destroying you forever. Your families and everything.
I got a solution for the real men. Stay on your 10. Walk with pride. Walk with your godly ways. Do what it needs to take. Start taking over. But when you see the Pookies and the Ray Rays and all the riffraff,
Pookie and Ray Rays,
you listen. There's no time to argue with them because they stupid as shit. We need to start building our own little area of where we are, of like-minded people. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with separating ourselves from the fucking bullshit. You know what I'm saying? How you gonna tell me to stick next to the bullshit? It affects me. Build our own people, you know what I mean? Our own ways. And we don't have to worry about that shit.
What did Harriet Tubman say? She saved, would she say, I saved 1,000 slaves, but I would have saved more if they would have known they were slaves.
Right.
Yep. But I ain't about to say, I ain't about to save no modern woman. Yeah. I mean, if I wasn't, with my fiance, I smash her. But we'll do it in the hotel. You ain't gonna know where I live at. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't about to save none of these women because again, everybody got them. Government daddy got it, and that's not just black women. I'm talking about a lot of these women. Government daddy got them. The system got them. Everybody got them.
Let them have them.
Yeah, let them have them. I ain't saving you. If you want your little quickie, get your quickie. You go your way.
If you want to build a community, they're building a society. Keep your society.
Yeah,
like-minded motherfuckers. Let's go build a community. We don't need to let the bullshit in.
There's people, and there's people doing it too. There's people that are actually doing it, and there's people that are building. I mean, I interviewed a guy on my podcast back when I did interviews a few years ago, and he's from a little town in Mississippi. And they literally voted everybody white out. And they literally, their entire government is like activists, like black activists. And they are literally creating a black town, black funded, black owned, black ran, black operated. And not only is he doing that, he's also creating a fucking blueprint. He's not keeping it a secret. He's saying, this is what the fuck we did. This is what the next town can do. Look at it, see what we did, and then go implement this shit and get it done. They cannot do the same shit that they did 40 or 50 years ago. They can't. They can only do what they're doing right now, which is everything that they're doing. I'm not even gonna, because I don't know even which one to pick to say, but anything that has to do with systemic racism or oppression, all of that collectively is all they can do. They can't make the same moves that they made before, especially now that what's his name came out and said, why did I just find out two years ago about the Tulsa massacre? Tom Hanks came out and said he just saw that. He was like, how did I not? I know about every other thing. How did I not know?
Most black folks didn't know about that.
Well, I mean, I get that. I didn't. I mean, I had to learn about it. I had to learn. I had to find out information. For myself, I study, I research, I look shit up, I read, I get books recommended to me. I read shit most people wouldn't even think to read. You know what I'm saying?
that was just one town. That was happening in the 20s. It was a lot of race riots all over the country.
Of course,
in the 20s. Yeah. A whole lot of race riots because it was a lot of, especially during that time, there was a lot of brothers coming from World War I, whatever, like really excelling, really like getting money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They was actually depicted of that's when the black man actually was the lead of his household automatically, and at that period of time. And they was doing a lot better than a lot of poor white folks. And a lot of poor white folks didn't like that shit. And that's when all that happened. So rich white folks, if you want to get that voted out, well, you will have to do what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? And it was a lot of again, Kim, a lot of black folks that know nothing about the Black Wall Street.
Oh,
You
I
know,
know. I get it.
I kind of knew about it because I grew up in North New Jersey. It's a very it's like a area like a Philadelphia. It's like Philly. It's like DC. Very woke. You know what I'm saying? Very, you're gonna know your culture, your history like crazy. So I kind of knew of it, but I actually knew about what is the park in New York? What's that park? Damn, the big park in New
Central
York.
Park?
Central Park. I knew about that when I was a little kid. Central Park was actually a land where a bunch of black people used to live, and that got torn down. That was the race riots. And this was like 1870 something, 1860 something. That whole park was a different, it wasn't even called the park. It was called something else. I'm not coming to mind. If anybody in the chat, if you guys will look it up.
Oh.
But yeah, that got destroyed like just before the 1900s. And that was all black folks living over there. Money, rich black folks, So it was many different things we excelled, but you would never know. Again,
it was called Seneca Village.
Yeah. Yep.
A community of predominantly African Americans, many of whom owned property.
Yep.
There's a city up here. I didn't know about it. I've only been here 3 years, but it's up near Huntsville. It's called Guthersburg, and a friend was telling me about it, and he said that it used to be an all black town. It's on a beautiful lake. Oh my God!
Oh,
the town is beautiful, and they burnt every business to the ground and killed like hundreds of and ran literally everybody black out of the town and took over the town. Literally, this happened here in Alabama. I'm about to look it up.
Oh, because it's the same thing that happened in Georgia, Lake Erie, that a lot of people get drowned in. That was another black town, Lake Erie in Georgia. That's very a popular area. Lake Erie, right in Georgia. Same thing over there. All these lakes are man-made. A lot of lakes out here are man-made.
I believe it.
Guntersville.
Drunk. Yeah, they was Seneca Village. Yep. So what? Yep.
Wow.
All right. It was Guntersville is the name of it. Guntersville, Alabama.
They got like a map that will show you all where the lakes are, where towns are under the lake. What drunk? That's the one in Atlanta, right? I mean Georgia.
What that men made because they flooded the black communities, right? Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Lake Lanier.
Lanier, that's what it is. Though that's that lake where they say people drown because like the the people that got killed, this is a it could be real, it could be just a myth.
Conspiracy theory?
Yeah, they say that the ghosts like take their legs, bring them down, they drown them and everything. And I said, why would you want to go to that damn lake?
I mean, I don't know why you would go in the lake, but I'm sorry, but I believe that kind of shit. You know how they talk about the ships coming over and the hurricanes and that type of energy? That's a lot of energy. That's a lot of fucking energy.
It's just that happening right in front of our face that people can't believe. You know what I mean? It's right in front of our fucking face. So,
yeah, and you might as well just assume everything that you see is a fucking lie, because at the end of the day, most of it is. You know what I mean? Like most of everything that we're looking at is a lie. And now, I mean, you just, I was watching TikToks.
TikTok.
let me just say this. Okay. I have learned some very good shit on TikTok. I am not gonna lie. All right. But it is literally like going through a circus and trying to pick out the things that you really like. That place is a fucking circus. Like this chick today.
Hell yeah.
I mean, I didn't even, I mean, some of the shit I see on there, you know, they took down my video because I put up my toes. There's like a thing and it says, for ladies who get their toes done, what color are your toes right now? I just took a picture of my toes, right? They took it down for nudity.
What?
But my friend I swear, my friend literally has a video up of some chick half naked and she's going face first, you know, down the side of a bed with her ass up in the air. You know what I mean? But from this angle, and every bit of what she has on is ripped up, and literally this is barely like covered nipples maybe. And they fucking took my video down because of my toes. From the knees down. From the knees down. I didn't even have my whole fucking thigh or nothing in it. From the knees down. And somebody was like, you need to appeal that shit.
You should.
Just like in Twitter.
Bitches.
Just like Twitter be having porn on there and they never take it off. And like a man would say, like I would say monitoring men and women, and they'd take that off. You know, and it's like, what the hell? So you got butt naked people.
It's getting on Facebook too. There was porn. Yo, I was mind boggled. There was porn on Facebook, and I'm like,
I think
what happened?
Then they shut that down though, because it was porn on Facebook, but I haven't seen it in a while.
I know, but the other day I saw, so I'm one of them people that just starts clicking on shit. Like somebody says something stupid, I go to their page, and then I see somebody say something stupid. Next thing you know, I'm like fucking 6 people deep in profiles that I have no idea who the fuck they are or whatever, or where I got to them or how I got back or anything. I don't know shit, right?
Right.
And there's this lady. First of all, I feel like it's a fake page, but maybe it's not. Doesn't matter. And she's bad to the bone. That's all I can tell you, right? Some of her pictures, she's got on like I don't even know what it is, but she's got it pulled up in her pussy.
Long pussy.
And so you can, you know, like a thong, but on her cootie cat. And on Facebook. And I'm like, are y'all fucking serious? Now, listen, I ain't never had no problems with Facebook. Obviously, I'm allowed to say white folks and black folks, and I can get away with that shit all the time. Apparently, you can't say shit like that, but I do it all the time. And I don't spell the word. I put WHITE, white folks.
White folks.
But this lady was just like all her business in the street on Facebook. And I was like, wow, you can do that? Like, I don't want to, but I'm just saying, like, I didn't know that you could put your cootie cat on Facebook. I didn't know you could do that. I mean, I thought you had to cover the
I've seen the years though, because I remember when it first started was like they were blocking people because the nipple was showing. Then people going up there with the X's on the nipple. So now you see more of the breast. They got used to that. Now they're going down to the bellies and half of the cooch. They was doing that, blocking that for a minute. Now it's on there. And it just kept going and going and going and going. Now they got full wet vaginas, which is hard to scroll by.
Is it?
Well, listen, if a man sees a vagina on the screen, he's gonna double take it, regardless.
I mean,
it's only right.
Yeah, but how are they? I mean, but I got in trouble for my toes. Come on, that make sense. Like,
but I heard of stuff like that too. Like, it's like,
that's insane.
What the hell? I'm looking at this
stuff that I've seen.
Yeah.
Wild.
I'm looking at this Lake Lanier thing. Yo, so many different situations happened over there in the last 3 days. It's crazy.
And they don't tell you about it. They don't tell you about it.
It's like they have it's a history of this. But yeah, it's like
Bruce in the building.
Bruce in the building. Everything. You missed everything. It's almost over.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry.
Crazy, man.
No. Yeah, it's crazy. It's like 5 different things happened in the last 24 hours over there. They said that shit is haunted like a mug. And the drunk was saying that too. That he was like, it's true. That I mean, not drunk. What is it, Tino from Simpsons? He said, yeah, that's really true. You said I came in on wet.
The wet
Wet
cooch.
cooch.
Bro, oh shit, hold
I
You
came in
can't
on wet
throw by
cooch.
the wet cooch.
He
Yeah,
said,
there's
I gotta
always
hear
next
about that.
Tuesday.
He said, I gotta hear about that shit.
Yes, no, they want. I was just watching something. Somebody talking about the Disney stuff. Oh, you know who I think it was? I think it was Jay from Remember that's on Solid Blue Sister and him and the Irish guy. I think it was him, and he was showing all the shit which I already knew some of the stuff. But I mean, because I've seen it. But I seen it. But he was talking about all the sexual innuendos and stuff that are on the Disney cartoons and shit, and how they have the word sex like embedded in certain.
Yep, drunk.
I was like, get the fuck. I mean, I already knew like Shrek is riddled with sexual shit.
Oh hell yeah!
I mean, for real.
And my 3-year-old like watching that. We had to stop him from watching it because he get excited.
Let me tell you something. I had to stop my kids from watching shit when they were growing up, and I hated it, but I had to stop them to watch shit like that appeared to be good shit, like Nickelodeon. Raven, her show, I don't remember if that was the name. My damn daughter came out her goddamn face one day and sounded just like her. I was like, oh, that's the end of that shit. We're not doing that no more. I don't give a fuck what kind of fucking shit they're resolving on there. You ain't about to keep coming out your mouth crazy and think we're going to sit down and have a conversation about it every time. Sorry means I didn't mean to do it the first time, and I'm not going to do it again. It don't mean you're going to keep doing that shit and apologizing.
Check this shit out, right? Right now, I think we're going on a little trip with the kids. And then my son said some shit like, oh, you support the LGBT? I said, shut up. I told him, shut up. I said, those words should not even be in your mouth. I said, I don't ever want to hear y'all talk about nobody's gender. Your ages are not about that. You don't know nothing about that. Get out your head right the fuck now. You know what I'm saying? When I speak, they do listen. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like, oh shit, that's talking. So I'm like, no. You know what I mean? Get that? No, I don't hear about nobody's gender, nobody's nothing. You are kids that want to go outside and have fun. That's all. That's it. I will not allow that. I won't allow that.
It's very hard trying to raise kids today with all the stuff that they're doing, what they're trying to shift over to indoctrinate to our kids. I work in the system. I see it, the school system. I see it all the time. And it's a really, really hard thing to see. And again, my son, my oldest, he's going to be 22 next month. I'm proud of that boy. Been in the Navy for about 4 years. I taught the dude, I ain't know how to be no father at 20 years. I ain't know nothing about all that. I never had a father. I had a lot of, back in those days, the mothers used to love when the boys had mentors, real mentors. Today, I'm a good mentor. I'm a great mentor because I teach these boys what they really need to understand about life. And they really don't like that unless I gotta bang them, you know, to actually be around their kids. And I don't do that shit because when it comes to the kids, I'm a completely different person. But the thing is, like for what I was saying, my son, I told him everything that I need, that I known and everything, and he's nothing like me. But it was a tad bit easier, but it was even hard when he was growing up. But my 3-year-old, oh my God, society, what they trying? Oh my Lord, they want to emasculate the boys more than ever. They was trying to emasculate us back in the day.
Because we are the power. We are the power. We are the guiders. We are the leaders, and they don't want nobody to lead the right way.
No. This low-level Luciferian worshiping. But again, like y'all don't understand what I be seeing and how they be like really not pandering, how they really be letting these boys get away with things, these girls get away with things. And I said, when you guys get out the school system, man, your whole life gonna be miserable because they didn't prepare you. And then not I don't want to go through the LGBTQ and what's going on in the school systems and everything. I grew up in a big city, so I knew about the LGBTQ for a very long time. But the LGBTQ that I grew up around, they wasn't like this. They wasn't saying, no, you gonna learn what we about. Cool. They wasn't about the indoctrination. They wasn't about you gotta wear this, you gotta do this. If you don't, you're homophobic. They wasn't about that. Now today, now what you were saying, I'm sorry.
No, I just want to say that at the end of the day, if you don't know this, you can be anything in America that you fucking want to be except black. I mean, I don't know if y'all knew that shit, but you can be anything you fucking want to be in America. Any fucking thing you want to be. You can fucking be it. You can switch and say, I associate with this more than this, and that makes me that. You can do and be and make us do and be. But baby, please don't show up black no place. Please don't show up black no place. Don't let me show up with my skin like this someplace. I'm a fucking problem too, because I'm a threat too. You know what I'm saying? My white privilege is out the fucking door. I can promise you that. I said that before and I mean it. White folks ain't looking at me, giving me no kind of fucking privilege, baby. None.
Hey, drunk. That's real. He said LGBTQ, banging like the Crips in the 80s. He is extremely right.
Word.
Extremely
right now.
I think they banging even more.
Won't allow it. But I know we're gonna end pretty soon, but I wanted to talk about there's something I came up with back in the day. And I think if we get the right people, we can kind of make this shit happen. It's about like for school and homeschooling. Now there's like barely any jobs. You want to go be part of it. You go homeschool through your home, like homeschool your kids, right? You go through this program and you download the programs, whatever programs you want to teach your kids or be a part of. The adult that's teaching the kid has to also go to school. That's the whole concept of it. You have to go to school through here to teach your kid, and they monitor your progress. You know what I'm saying? Which monitors your kid's progress. That you're learning more, and there's two people learning at home to teach each other about. You get a bonding experience. You know what I'm saying? And also you're learning more knowledge each day. And what happens is you get something off your rent, or you get your rent paid. You know what I mean? Like people start paying your rent for you for during the classes.
Jay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you like you told me, shut the fuck up. And we're gonna talk about that on our wealth show.
Hold up.
You say, Kim, shut the fuck up. Don't say that shit no more.
Yeah, you're right. Yes,
no,
right.
Like that shit is dope as fuck though. That's what I'm saying. That shit is
all right, so
and guess what? I think you should do it. I think you should do it. I think you should do it. I think you should do it immediately. And I think this is the last thing I want to say on this. And I know Unapologetic keeps saying he used to be pro-black as fuck. I don't know what that means because I'm pro-black as fuck now. So and I'm good with that. But I'm just saying, I believe in you. At the end of the day, I believe in you. Period. I believe in you.
Say that one more time. It clicked off. I'm sorry.
I believe in you.
We believe in each other.
Absolutely.
I believe in you.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Thank you.
For real. I think that I wish that I say this all the time. I wish that people could see black folks like I see them. Like I just all the time. I'm like, if you even knew, like if you even like really knew, you know. I had one guy. I think it was the most racist thing that was ever said to me. And it doesn't sound like it originally, but he goes, it was a white dude, and he goes, you ain't gonna tell me shit because I work in the inner city with black kids. I said, and has your, I asked him if he had kids. He said he had a son. I said, has your son ever spent the night in the inner city with one of those black kids? Have you ever been to one of those black kids' house and had a barbecue with their mama and their daddy and all their family?
Right.
Don't fucking, what you mean? So what? That doesn't mean shit to me. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't mean shit to me.
Right.
So just keep in
Absolutely.
mind, everybody that's for you ain't for you. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, hell yeah.
Everybody that ain't for you, ain't for you.
Absolutely.
So thank you guys for showing up and for engaging. I appreciate y'all. I know we was off topic like a motherfucker, but I know it's supposed to be
fire, man.
About women and accountability, but at the same time, we all need to be accountable for ourselves no matter what. So there's that.
Yes, indeed.
And so let's do that. So thank you all for showing up. If you haven't already liked the show, you can still comment, share it, even when it's done. Subscribe, like, share. You can still comment. I appreciate y'all. Big shout out to Jay and to Unapologetic. I appreciate both of you. You're important, valuable, needed, and so fucking worthy. So we will see you guys next Tuesday, 8 p.m. Central Time, 9 p.m. Eastern. We out.
We out.
Listen, we podcasters. we podcasters. Like I said, Savage Sports, that's what we do. We at Showtime.
Great coaches do that.
Great. How many great coaches are there?
Yep.
Did I not give him props?
Maybe 4.
Okay. So that's why you're on mute. Right now. Because you're not listening. Like I said, we out. See y'all tomorrow. 11 now. But we in.